What's going on, guys? My name is Rob and I'm an online arbitrage and private label seller. Welcome to the Flips Nation YouTube channel, home of everything selling online with a focus on Amazon FBA. Just a quick second about me and I'll get straight to the Keepa data information. I've been selling on Amazon for a little over a year now. I started with private label, then I started adding OA, online arbitrage, into the mix, and now I do both pretty heavily. I started with shoes, reselling shoes. I'm not new to the reselling game. I started with shoes about 3 to 4 years ago, and as of late, about last year, I started transitioning into Amazon. And where I started in the shoes category, and now I've branched out to other things like health and beauty, grocery, pets, just trying to find more profitable ASINs to add to my portfolio. Those two brands on Amazon now, and I'll show you that right now so you don't think I'm bullshitting. And now I'll let those listings sell while managing the PPC while I source and sell on the OA side. I will add wholesale, hopefully by end of this year after Q4 is over. Now I do about 14 and 15,000 a month on Amazon. So since I sell both on the brand side and on the OA listing side, I think it's really helped me to see which listings are good more than just what the Keepa data and the numbers tell me. I can give it a really good eye test due to all the work that I put into my own listing as far as SEO, pictures, etc. And I know the exact sales I get per my product's category sales rank. As Keepa and Helium 10 aren't exact, right? They're really just estimating based on the sales rank. Please do like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. Other than that, I have a free Amazon FBA Discord. I'll link that in the description below if you are interested in joining. It has free information, free guides, and a free chat with other Amazon FBA community members talking all Amazon FBA things. So hope to see you there. And also, I have an Instagram. I'll link that as well, where I push a lot of information, free information, value, if you're interested. Thanks for listening, guys. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so I'm going to start off on this typical listing here. This is a Nike Men's Air Force One. Scroll down and we'll find the Keepa chart. Now you will need a paid version to see everything that I'm going through. And if you're really taking this seriously, I would highly recommend getting the paid version of Keepa. It's not that expensive, just about $17 to $20 a month. So definitely get that if you're really interested in doing Amazon FBA seriously. Before you really buy any kind of product, I thoroughly check the Keepa chart before risking any money and going deep on any kind of SKU or ASIN. So just start off here. What I normally look at is the purple line, which is the buy box, and the green line, which is indicative of the sales rank. All right. I also look at a yellow line, which indicates if Amazon is on the listing. And I'll do another example after this one to show y'all what that typically looks like. But as for this listing, first thing I want to look at is that purple line, the buy box, which is what it's actually selling for. And I like to see what kind of price action it's relaying. So here's $150 line. It's this horizontal line right here. We can see it's roughly around this $140 mark, plus or minus in these areas. It's a little volatile, but overall it's typically centered around this 140, 150 area. We see that there's a drop in this green line. Green line is indicative of the sales rank. The lower the sales rank, the higher the sales. The higher the sales rank, the lower the sales. So we can see that the sales rank decreases right here in the beginning of August, which means that the sales have increased. Why? August 1st, around this time, August 1st, August 8th, it's a lot of back to school shopping. A lot of things are in demand like backpacks, shoes, all that stuff that you need for school. We see down here, which is another thing I look at, this kind of a violet looking line. It's the offer count. So it's the number of sellers that are on this listing. As of right now, there's 16 sellers, right? So that's kind of where this line is showing at the end, at the bottom here, 16. But at this time, around end of July, beginning of August, there's a huge amount of sellers. And normally this is because back to school. A lot of sellers were preparing and stocking up these shoes before this demand crept in. Demand crept in right around this August time. Then you see the offer count dying down. Usually this means that they went out of stock. A lot of sellers probably had like 4 or 5 shoes of this item, and then they went out of stock, and then they did not replan the shoe, meaning they did not go back and restock these shoes. At least not the amount of sellers that were back here. All right. Normally what I look at is the price action, right? So like the last month, The price action has been pretty stable. Something else I'll look at is the sales rank versus the number of sellers before I jump on a listing. So I'm not normally going to run away if there's just a lot of sellers on a listing. I'll typically look at how many monthly sales a particular ASIN is generating. I'll divide that by the number of sellers, and if that number is appealing to me, then that'll help my decision whether or not I'll go deep on a SKU. And a lot of this is just, you can always test it out by 10 units and to see how well that does. Keep in mind, this has a lot of variations, so the sales per month may be skewed. One tactic that I use is I'll go to the variation tab and I'll click on the ratings right here, and this guy with the trophy shows that it has the most reviews. This particular size of all these variations, which is a size 8 of this white looking one, gets the most reviews, which we're going to take that data and assume that means that it's getting the most sales out of all the variations. And then the next one will be this black one, a size 13, and so on and so forth. So really just using what we can with the data they give us and making a logical assumption. For the most part, this does do pretty well. And then in addition to that, I'll also go to the data and I'll go to the offers. And I will look to see on this last 30 days, this particular seller, RP Distribution, has sold 41 units in the last 30 days. So that also helps me with my buying decision. I don't really look at this price too much because for my own data, this has been off. However, this stock history has been fairly accurate as opposed to how when I juxtapose with my own sales data. So always look at the price history, always look at the variations, and go to the data and also look at the offers. Also, something I want to look at is the buy box statistics. So when I go to the buy box statistics, you can see that this guy right here, RP Distribution, has a big buy box share, almost 50% has gone to him. This is indicative that he might always be restocking. He might always have units in stock. So Amazon algorithm is favoring him and giving him the buy box many times because he's a trusted seller. This second person right here, Ever Onwards, gets another huge share, and he probably has similar traits to RP Distribution. And we can go here and look at the current 16 sellers right now and see who has the buy box. And it is, in fact, RP Distribution. He has the buy box right now at $142.99. And you can see all the other new sellers and if they have the buy box or not. Now, most of the time, the buy box will be given to if you have FBM or FBA. Typically, Amazon will give the buy box to who already has items in their warehouse. So that is an FBA item. If you're selling it from your own address and you're going to be fulfilling other people's orders on Amazon, then that is FBM. You can still get the buy box with FBM. And then if you have Keepa, it'll also tell you the number of stock each seller has. This guy's 1, this guy's 2, this guy's 1, this guy's 1, and so on and so forth. And then I generally use SellerAmp. SellerAmp will tell you if you're, whatever price you're getting it for, let's say you're getting it for $90. It'll tell you your return on investment, which is 15%. This max cost is essentially telling us what we need to buy to get a 25% by default. So $83 gets us 25% ROI. And if you scroll down, it'll also tell you all the information of the other sellers on the listing. You have one with FBM, you have one FBA, one doing FBM, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now let's look at this item, this Lego set, when Amazon is on the listing. So as you can see, this yellow shaded area, that means that Amazon, see right here, this orange, I guess the orange color, Amazon is on the listing. So the buy box, as you can see, it says by Amazon. So Amazon is controlling the buy box. That's why I try to stay away when Amazon on the listing because, of course, it is their platform. So they will always, for the most part, take the buy box. Everything else is all the same information. The sales rank is 1,000, which is really good sales rank. And then if you go over here to the data and the buy box statistics, You can see Amazon has 100% of the share. There are other sellers on this listing, and we can pull up seller amp, and we can pull up seller amp right here, and we can see there's 3,206 sales per month. But yeah, pretty much just wanted to show you what it looks like when Amazon's on the listing. Now there are various listings where Amazon will be on the listing for briefly for a second and then they'll be gone. So let's go look over to a listing that represents that situation. So here's a pretty popular Adidas shirt. And if you scroll down here, we can see that Amazon likes to come in and out of the listing. We can see that Amazon had a price around $16 when it was on a listing. Then it came off the listing for whatever reason. Then it came back on the listing. And whenever it's off the listing, it seems like there is no buy box because all the sales are indicative of just Amazon that successfully sold the item. We can see that Amazon lowered the price to around $14 and the sales rank decreased. People were interested in buying at this lower price. And then they decided to increase the price and the sales rank increased, which means sales slowed down. And then they decreased the price here, sales picked up, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of how you read it. Really important just to read a bunch of these Keepa charts to know what's going on. But for the most part, the yellow coming in and out means Amazon was on the listing, and then they were off the listing, and they were back on the listing, and then off the listing. Also, you can see right here, buy box 1320, buy Amazon, buy Amazon, buy Amazon. So I know some people will go on a listing even if Amazon's on it. Usually they do this if they go to the data tab and look at that buy box statistics and see if Amazon does give up the buy box a little bit to other sellers. And if a particular listing has thousands and thousands of sales, even if you can get 5% of the buy box, that's still a large amount of actual number of sales. I typically stay away from most listings with Amazon on it, but do what you would like to do with this information. But me personally, I do stay away if Amazon's on the listing, and this is how you will know if Amazon is on the listing. So if you found this video to be helpful, please do like and subscribe. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope all that information was useful to you. There's so much more information on Keepa that I did not include in this video, so I'll try to include that in another video. I also include a lot of Keepa and other strategies on my Instagram, on my Reels. So make sure you follow that in the description if you need more information. And also, like I said, from the very beginning of the video, make sure to join the Discord group. Like I said, it's free information. We also offer leads in that group if you're looking to start off and get some leads, which leads are just profitable items that are available right now online that you can sell on Amazon. So that is available in our Discord group. Anyways, thanks for watching the Flips Nation YouTube channel. I'll try to push out another video soon. Let me know if there's other kind of information that you'd like to see on here, as I will only push videos that you guys want to see. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.